That loss was a lesson for me, but it became a blessing when I got home. I can't wait for the fight. You know, I love to be in a good action fight. You know, it's almost like an action movie. I love the thrill of it. I love the suspense of what's gonna happen.
Deontay Wilder,
How
back
you doing?
again.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you again.
Likewise.
There was a little part of me that after the Parker fight, I was like, is that it, or are we gonna see it again? Did you ever have that in the back of your mind? Did you already know that, no, we're doing this again, we're not going out like that?
I knew immediately that we're
Yeah?
gonna do it again. You know, I didn't know where. Like I said, I didn't know where. Thank God I'm back again in the kingdom, so I can get that one back. You know what I mean? It's a different opponent, but I can show the people, the coaches, that you know I want to deliver
Yeah.
what I said. I want to deliver the man that they was expecting. You know, that man was mostly at peace. You know, but it's crazy how human beings are. We can't please human beings because for me it's always been damn if I do, damn if I don't. Because when I became the Wilder, the Wilder that talks reckless because of how I feel, because I feel like I risk my life for others' entertainment. So let me speak how I feel. I'm a fighter, I'm a gladiator. So listen to what I'm saying, because these are the emotions that I'm speaking from my heart. My mouth is just a mouthpiece that's telling you what I'm passionate about, how I feel, you know. But then when you come with peace, nobody
Where's
wants
the old
it.
Wilder?
Yeah.
Bring the old Wilder back.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. But
Can you be both? Can you be a little bit of the peaceful guy, but and also a bit of the old Wilder? Can the two work together?
outside the ring, though, you can be peaceful outside the ring, but inside of this, it's no peace because I'm risking my life, and I take that seriously. I have children I have to go home to, and you have to have a mindset of a warrior, of a killer. You just have to have it. You know, only the strong survive. You know what I mean, in this business. And if you don't have that killer instinct or that mentality, you're not gonna last long in there. You know.
Did you have the killer instinct against Parker?
I didn't. I was the peaceful. I was more
How did
peaceful
you get
guy.
that back?
Well, getting that back first start off, you know, talking to Turkey, you know, His Excellency, and they don't want the peaceful Wilder.
No.
Nobody wants the peaceful Wilder, you know. I got criticized so much for being the wild man Wilder, you know, that it kind of made me like, so, you know, why do I need to express myself or display a certain thing when I'm not being appreciated for it? So let me go to peace. So we know in this world it's all about chaos, it's all about war, you know, in this world. So when I do bring the peace, hey, we don't want him no more. We don't, like, what the hell you want then? What do you want from me?
What do you want?
Yeah, for me, I want to be successful.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I want to provide my greatness, my service to my greatness. I just want to be me. At the end of the day, when I see my life, I see my legacy, and I see my career. I just want people to accept who I am. I'm trying to give you the warrior mentality of how I see it as I live it. I'm trying to allow people to hear me as I go through life and navigate through life through my eyes of what I'm feeling when I'm training to go to war, when I'm training to get in that ring and risk my life for others' entertainment. And if I can't speak how I'm feeling inside, then why do it? You know, because nobody wants to go in there and hit a man in the face and talk about we at peace. That's not peace.
No.
That's the opposite of things. You know what I mean? No one's talk about over 13 fighter dies a year in this business. Nobody wanted to hear that. And then when we get old, guess what? We get a pat on the back and say, oh, that was a great fighter back in these days, while the promoters and managers still riding around in Rolls Royces, driving in mansions and sending their kids off to private school. While this guy was at, you know, he was a good fighter, but have nothing to show for. Nobody respects a guy that's at peace. But a guy that they think crazy and they know that he's with the they don't want him. When people look at me and look in my eyes, I'm not afraid of death. And I carry that in the ring with me. You understand me? And that's why I like to display what I feel. I'm passionate about what I say because I speak from my heart, and my mouth is just a mouthpiece that's speaking, that's saying what my heart is saying. And I give it to the people. So my action in the ring, and when I knock a man out to do what I do for over the years and the years, that's been, you guys are being the witnesses. I'm proving to what I'm feeling or what I'm saying. And to be working with the Saudis and to bring that back, and they saying, we don't want that guy, we want this guy back.
You want that guy.
Yeah, and they're paying the bills.
So good then. Collect that money, right?
You know what I mean?
It's the money you deserve for the career you've had. I always said to people that critiqued you for the Parker loss, I said, Wilder's always about timing. It's about timing. When that right hand lands, and I said he hasn't fought more than 1 round in 2 years.
Yeah.
How do you get your timing? So even though you lost to Joseph Parker, was it good to get 12 rounds in the ring so you can get that timing back?
Most definitely, and we looked at all aspects of that situation. You know, that situation was a lesson for me, and we always say that certain things.
Did you overlook him?
I didn't overlook him. I didn't overlook. I don't overlook no fighter that steps in the ring.
No, because you know why I say that? It's because when I interviewed you and I said, "What's next?" It was AJ. So was there not one part of your brain that was thinking, AJ's next?
You know, well, I always say that I don't never look past a fighter, but I look through. It's just like being in the mall. You got to look through the windows, right? So that's something that I look. I never look past, but I look through. You know, just the motivation of what's next to come if you get past this, but not being able to sit the main task aside. You know, before you get to the dessert, you must eat the main course. Mom, dad won't let you get that dessert. You know what I mean? So that's what's the thing about it. But it was good to get a 12 rounds in, because if it was the reversal, if I was Joseph Parker and he was me, he wouldn't have lasted. I didn't supposed to go 12 rounds, been out of the ring for 2 years. When he's an active fighter, that was his 5th fight of that year. You know, I didn't even know I was out of the ring for 2 years because of things I was doing outside of the ring that keeps me going and whatever. When you get so busy, you feel like you see that years is not long no more. They're only months.
They catch up quickly.
They go by so quickly. Well, now when you're not doing nothing, you're not busy, and you just sitting around not doing a year can go by so. It takes a long time because you still trying to figure out every day. You're trying to figure out what to do. But when you got something to do, it's like you ain't got enough time in the day, and that's how it is with me. But that was a lesson for me, and they always say lessons become blessings only if you apply it to life and use it. And that loss was a lesson for me, but it became a blessing when I got home. Because when I got home, I became a gym rat all over again.
Oh, I've seen the stuff with you and Malik Scott. I've seen what you guys have been doing, and it looks quite crazy and painful. How do you use that lesson against Zhili Zhang on Saturday?
I just gotta go in there and be me. Do what I know what I can do. I've trained hard for it. So, you know, during the last fight, it's like I trained hard as well, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I seen certain things, but my body wouldn't react. But that was because of the long layoff and certain things that we did in camp that we could have changed up.
Okay.
Certain things that I could have listened to, certain people that I didn't, that kind of messed certain things up. But all that's in the lesson of things, you know? And now we have a second opportunity to correct a lot of things and present myself now, you know? So it's gonna be a different fight this time around, you know? And if it's not a different fight, then retirement is definitely highly considered.
I'd hate to see that.
A lot of people would, you know? A lot of people would, you know? Some people over the years have just gotten hardcore fans into boxing. And some have mentioned, I want that Wilder back. Like everybody wants, I want that Wilder back. I want to see those highlight moments again and different things like that while I'm involved in boxing, while I understand it, or while I see it is evolving and things like that, you know? So.
Are you saying it's now a must win?
What's that?
Is it a must win fight now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I like that pressure because when you're under pressure, it brings the best out of you, if you really want it. Unless you want to lay down and just fade off into the sunset and accept what you've already done. And I don't want to accept what I've already done because I feel like I have more to give.
What more do you want to do? You were a long-standing WBC heavyweight champion. You've had those big fights. some wins, some losses. That's part of the sport. What more do you want to do?
I want to add my name to the list of unified champion.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I'm still in this business, I want to be champion. I mean, I feel if anyone, any fighter that's in this business don't want to be a champion, then what? You know, yeah. Don't get in it. What's the point?
Especially if you're at the top tier.
Especially because the money, they can't say the money because you really make the big dollars when you become the champion. You know, it's not just going on the way up. On the way up, you're getting fed certain things until you become at the top, and then until you become at the top, you become a champion, and then you know you're not longer a champion. You still in that range of still making some good ass money. But if you've never been a champion before, you don't know what it looks like to make some great money. So if you're just in it for the money, then it's not the business for you. So I'm here to regain the titles, but I want to add my name to the list of unified heavyweight champion of the world.
Quickly back to Zhilei Zhang. How good is Zhilei Zhang for you?
Man, I like his style. You know, I like
Good
everything.
punch as well.
Yeah, good punch. I like everything about him. That's why I smile when I hear his name, and I love his Atlas name, Big Bang Zhang.
Bang
I
Zhang.
love that. I love that name. You know, but when we get in the ring, I don't like nothing about him. You know, that's how my switch is gonna change. You know,
It just changed just there.
Yeah.
I saw it just change.
You know, so I can't wait for the fight. You know, I love to be in a good action fight. You know, it's almost like an action movie. I love the thrill of it. I love the suspense of what's gonna happen. You know, got so many people that's
And you know,
paying
with
to watch
you,
it.
we don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
We never know when it could end,
Yep.
what could happen. We know when the right hand lands, normally that's it.
Right, most definitely. And I'll put my right hand up against anyone. If I land this against the flesh of any face, whether that's a human, whether that's an animal, or whether that's an extraterrestrial, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, I've just been blessed with the gift of power. God have blessed me tremendously. I'm not modifying who I am anymore for to please others, but only to please myself, because God blessed me with ability and a talent to be different, to be unique
And that you are.
in so many ways.
We see that on Saturday?
The different?
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Bomb squad back on Saturday?
Just you wait.
I trust you, bro.
Blessing.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.